Here, we're going to solve this system of equations by using the matrix equation AX equals B. So remember that A is going to be our coefficient matrix, X is our variable matrix, and B will be our constant matrix. So what's going to happen is that we're going to find the inverse of A and multiply both sides of the equation on the left by the inverse of A. And when we do this, on the left side, our A inverse and A will cancel, and I'll be left with just X. And I'll have on the right side, whatever I get when I simplify that will be the answer. So A is going to be my coefficient matrix, so it's going to be a matrix whose entries are the coefficients of my X and Y variables. So the first column will be the X coefficients, and the second column will be the Y coefficients. So let's just line them just like that, and 0.375 there, and this is going to be our A matrix right there. So now in order to do this business, to find the inverse, the first thing I need to do is find the determinant of A. So the determinant of A will be negative 0.5 times 0.375 minus 1 times negative 1/2. And what we get when we do this multiplication is, let's see, 1/2 of 0.375 is going to be a negative, let's see, 0.1875, and they're going to say plus 0.5. So when we do this arithmetic right here, we should get 0.3125. which as a fraction, this actually happens to be 5/16, which will help us here in a moment, because in order to find the inverse, it's going to be 1 over my 0.3125, which is nice because if I can make this a fraction, I'm just going to ultimately take the reciprocal of the fraction, 1 over that business. So let's go ahead, we're going to switch the order of that main diagonal, and I'm going to change the signs of my minor diagonal elements. And since I just said that 0.3125 is 5/16, really when I take the reciprocal, I'm going to be multiplying by 16/5 or 3.2. So I'm going to multiply all the entries in here by 3.2. And when I do that, I will have the inverse of A. Okay, so 3.2 times 0.375 should be 1.2, and then half of that will be 1.6, and then just take minus 1, again negative 3.2, and over here negative 1.6. Okay, so this is my inverse. And so previously I said I just need to multiply my inverse by B, my constant matrix. So let's go ahead and do that. My constant matrix will be created from the constants here, 1 and negative 2. So 1 and negative 2. So whatever I get here when I multiply this through, that's going to be my X value and my Y value. So 1.2 times 1 is 1.2. And I'm going to say 1.6 times negative 2 is negative 3.2. And whenever I add those, I get a negative 2. Okay? So negative 3.2 times 1 is negative 3.2. And then negative 1.6 times negative 2 is plus 3.2. So that's 0. So this will be my X and this will be my Y. So I can write the ordered pair negative 2, 0, and that will be the solution to my original system of equations right up here.